quite often the easy route and the route that's taken is that is to put these things down to cultural differences and poor communication because of cultural differences. You've got no excuse in terms of black people because, of course, some black people have got different cultures and stuff like that, but black people have been in this country for hundreds of years. The black people who have got that tradition, that heritage of being here for hundreds of years, are still facing these inequalities. So it's not about accommodating difference from different cultures. It's about race. That's how people are looked at and how people are listened to or not listened to, how people are judged. And that is about racism. So we've got to be clear that in terms of ED&I, when we're talking about these issues, of course, cultural differences and things need to be accommodated, but we could do all of that and we'll still have racism, we'll still have inequality, we'll still have British people, English people who are black, who are disproportionately in the criminal justice system, disproportionately not getting access to services, disproportionately unemployed, disproportionately highly educated, but not getting positions that they should be getting. So racism and inequality has got to be looked at in the face for what it is. And we shouldn't be distracted by those other things we should do, like, good translation services and all that kind of stuff. They should do that, but that's not the solution to the whole problem. It's a partial solution for some people.
This is it. And when the question was about then cultural structural challenges, and we're talking about systemic, we're talking about structural, we're talking about institutional racism, on which plenty of these institutions, it was the foundation to how they were built. And a lot of it is quite deeply rooted and creates attitudes and behaviours, because of sort of the things that are in place from a systemic point of view, but also then from allowing certain behaviours and attitudes to persevere. And I always think that an institution is sometimes reflective of a wider society as well. You have concentrated people there, but then you will also have the outside influences that are acceptable. When I do some training with the Anti-Walker Foundation, we look at this pyramid that looks at like covert and overt racism and these things that people will say about, the bootstrap narrative, or the way they'll say, oh, where are you really from? And these things that people will say on a day to day, which they don't think is an issue, but sort of adds to a hostile environment, adds to, a weathering away of people, adds to that drip effect on a day to day basis. That actually just says, you don't belong here.